I remember this young lady. She's a phenomenal makeup artist, and she worked on the last film that I shot 7 years ago. And I paid her when it was over. Everybody got their money. Here's a check. You can go cash it now. It will not bounce.
Yes.
And I saw her about a year later, and she said, "You spoiled me." And I'm like, "Well, what do you mean?" She said, "Because I went
Oh yeah.
on other film sets, and they're like, well, I got to go here and I got to get the money together. And then could you just take a little bit of this? Could you take that?" And my thing is, just like you said, if these are professionals
Hmm.
and you've called them up to do a job, when the job is over, it's time to pay them.
Basically, basically, and I feel the same way, and I do the exact same thing because nowadays, you can pay Cash App, you can do
Hmm.
PayPal, and I tell people you get your money within 24 hours.
Hmm.
So you got to make sure your contract is signed. Make sure you're very clear on how you want me to pay you,
Right.
because if it's not signed, I can't pay you. But yes, by the time people get home, some of them have already been paid.
Hmm.
Because I remember working, I used to do freelance sports, and so I would do graphics for them. So like tomorrow, not tomorrow, this weekend, with the Super Bowl, you watch a sporting event, and you got the things scrolling at the bottom, you've got the stats, you've got all the information. That was my job. And I remember some of those. Now I didn't do it for the Super Bowl, which would have been great, but I did it for college sports.
Right.
And some of those places would take 6 months to pay me.
Wow.
6 months. And I knew how that felt, especially if I'm doing it because the money comes right on time and I'm like, yes, I got this job. Now I can go pay this, or I can do this for my children, or I can pay this bill. And then they're talking about 6 months
Hmm.
to pay me. And I don't want my people to feel that way. So as much as I can within my ability, I will have the money in the bank. And when the job is done, and everyone has turned in everything they need to turn in, so if
Hmm.
it's like the audio person, once I get all of the audio clips and I've checked everything, your money's there.
Hmm.
Get all of my footage, your money's there. But like makeup artists and actors, boom, I send it to their agent. I mean, the agents will have that money before the actor gets home, or the very next day. I will pay within 24 hours, because for me it's just a respect factor.
Yes.
And I want to have that reputation of Kima is a woman of her word.